specific age, after it gets to that, maybe a woman should have a kid, and after a specific age, they should think of getting married. Because I know we keep telling ourselves, no, anybody can do whatever they want at a certain time. But do you think, your personal opinion, do you think it's okay for a woman to say, like, after a specific age, I need to have a kid by here? After a specific age, I need to get married?
That's the ideal situation, honestly. Okay, now in my personal opinion, I have removed the counselor hat and the psychologist hat. This is my personal opinion. I think definitely it's easier for a woman to get children at a certain age. It's easier for a woman to become a wife at a certain age. And after a certain age, it's harder to become a wife and a mother, because it's just that much harder, because your mind is now wired in a different way. You're already thinking that you're, like women, okay, there's a certain age where after that you're
and also, first of all, as you're saying this, I want you to work with numbers. Give me numbers at least, so that we be more realistic and practical, so that people can understand what we're talking about. Because there's somebody out there, honestly speaking, let's say even if you're antisocial, you don't have too many friends who can guide you through this. But let's talk about, like, maybe age-wise, and so that people can at least even give their personal opinion. Because now if we talk vaguely without saying the number, they'd be like, maybe she was saying even when I'm 38 huko, 39, 40. Yeah, so can we just be more specific with rough estimate of numbers so that it can help guide, or like even just open up the discussion?
So usually I try to be very politically correct, but let me just give an age. So anyway, I believe, like, after you're 32, so you're 32 and above, your mind has made up. You're like very secure in who you are, and secure used lightly, very lightly. So you're secure in who you think you are. You think you know what you want. You're very, you have, your standards have gone up a notch higher, and you're very, also body-wise, you don't, if you give birth after 32, you're feeling like your body will expand and not come back. There's a lot of, this is my personal opinion, there's a lot of, in terms of physical, emotional, your mind is not there. You prefer to be now into career, you want to be ahead, you even think that now the independent, strong Black woman is more strong in your mind after 32 than it was at any other age. And so I feel, by 32, if you can, it would be nice to have given birth, gotten a man who you feel you can submit to, whatever else you feel like you want to do with your man. And it's just my personal opinion, and it's something I work towards, because, yes, clearly I'm not 32, but that's, like, for me, that's an age where I wouldn't want to get there, and I'm still thinking of submitting to which man and trying to choose a man. I really think I should do it before I get there, because I don't think I will be willing to go through that. And I think many women after 32 are not willing to submit, are not willing to look for a man, to be in a man's, like, space, and be in a man's somehow submission, So I feel like there's an age. And again, we go back to traditional ways where, yes, these things used to happen quite early. Of course, there are people like Benjamin Zulu who are saying your brain develops after 25. Fine. If it does after 25, between 25 and 30, try and, get these things out of the way. And it's easier.
True.
And your mind is, and I think your mind is more flexible before 32. I think after 32, you're very rigid. You're like, I want this kind of man, this kind of house, this kind of, so. And
I think that's why now, past that age, you're finding, like, maybe the women who are past that age, it's very hard for them to settle down. Because, like, hey, if it's not this way, by there, apana. If he doesn't have this and this. And honestly speaking, the unfortunate part is, like, humans don't come with a textbook. Not everyone will come, like, ready the way you want, so they could be, like, at an earlier age, they're still trying to discover themselves, and that's when they're maturing into something. And I think there's nothing as beautiful as maybe growing with your partner in such ways. I think that just solidifies and
makes the relationship more solid.
More solid, because even, like, old school parents, even the ones who don't get along, you still kind of get along somehow. They can talk, they can understand, coexist. And that's why, like, even older people, maybe who you find, like, someone who has, like, a second wife and a third wife, but they still coexist.
Yeah.
They're coexisting.
Yeah.
The man is still providing where he's supposed to provide.
Yeah.
They can even come to like family gatherings, like first wife, second wife.
And they're good.
Yeah. But now in this generation, you won't make it alive to morning by the day she finds out. As in, like, there's no room for even having that discussion because, like, people feel like it's such a big betrayal. So how would you even explain, like, the core dynamics of, like, how old school people, like, used to have, like, maybe first, second wife, or even, like, there's one who's, like, just a side chick who's always there.
And she's there
and
forever.
People know, even the family know, but she's there forever. And now people can't do that. How comes? Why do you think that's the case? And I'm not like promoting polygamy or anything. It's just that these are things that are there and people coexist like that. So what do you think is so different from old school people and now the new generation, that even that discussion of having that discussion of like, okay, you can have two wives and they can still coexist?
And this, again, is also my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Just a disclaimer. So, I actually... that is a very profound thing to say because I have been thinking about it. I've been discussing it with my friends, even my parents, because I realize African men, and okay, now I'm just saying African men because I mean we're in Africa.
Yeah.
They're not monogamous. I don't truly think.
Very hard.
Like, it's also not natural. And even now, just to support the women as they listen to me.
Yeah.
As a woman, do you want to be the only person a man is looking towards for maybe cooking, emotional support, emotional support? The man is looking to you for everything. Like, this is also a kind of slavery. I'm even thinking, like, can you be everything to a man? That's the question.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why these guys look into polygamy, and not because one wife is not enough or she's not good. She's good, she does this and this, but maybe the other person they find has different strengths. And I'm also not saying polygamy is good, but I'm saying maybe it's something that works for people because the man looks for different strengths in the different women. And so they're all important, but then, at least it diffuses responsibility.
Okay, now let's just, a small opinion from maybe someone from, like, the Gen Z generation.
Yeah.
Would you be open to being someone's second wife? Have you seen zero hesitations? Like, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
So impossible?
Yeah.
Do you know any of your friends who can consider being someone's second wife? Yeah.
Wow.
Not even a discussion about it?
Like, just a discussion to see your...
Other ways, but second wife,
no.
Other ways, like side chick ways.
Not
like,
side chick ways. You've said a man...
Okay, no, but you can just be off camera, but still,
what
like,
I'm trying to say, my face there. What I'm trying to say is, like, if he's not enjoying me too much, we can introduce a third party, but not like a second
permanent.
That I can do.
Okay, but you see, there's still inclusion of a third party. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's different because you're not entitled to him. He's still mine, but you can come. Understand what I mean?
And spice it up.
So just spice things up a bit for a weekend and then go. But, because we were discussing about, like, how old school people, like, you'd find even someone with, like, two wives, and even, like, in family gatherings, they're still there, somebody with their own kids, and then they can come and have that discussion. But now, it's not even up for discussion, or even if it's cheating, you find, like, now people, like, that's where you see people are... No, like, even people are ready to, like, kill each other because of just, like, that one thing. When you think about it logically, like, it's never that serious. I know, no, okay, no, listen. I know it feels like you've been deceived and everything, but for you to be angry enough to be able to kill someone because of that, when there's so much more to live for, because you can only imagine how he's cheated, yes, but you can go separate ways, or have a discussion about it. Like, why?
What was the reason?
What was the reason? Why am I not happy? You see now, Gen Z, you can't even, like, no,
intolerant.
I don't even want to hear anything. And then another question. Okay, now, because at least it's good to include, like, because, she's saying, like, even her therapy services, like, for women, from teenagers, and young women. Should we say that? Young or old women as well?
Yeah. In women, we can say in general.
Okay, so now, because also now we can ask from their generation.
Yeah.
The question would be like, at what age do you think, like for yourself, you'd want to get married? Because you're from Gen Z. Like, what's the ideal age for you to, like, okay, and then once I'm here, I need to be married by this age?
Maybe 30s, in my 30s.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to enjoy my youth.
Okay. You hear that?
I've heard.
Okay, that's marriage, right? Getting your first kid. Yeah. Because you're enjoying your youth. Okay, so 30, you get married, you're getting your first kid. Because marriage is, you said your 30s, maybe 33, 34? 30. Okay, first kid.
35.
Are you seeing her reaction? So what's your opinion on that? Because that's her generation, and I'm guessing, like, these are discussions maybe even with friends they've had, and it's not that it's just her saying that. Yeah, it's like, friends and how in general they feel. So your opinion on that? 35, first kid.
Yeah, so I don't want to say my final opinion. I would just want to understand the enjoying the youth, what is inside there, what is being enjoyed.
Drinking,
partying,
not having responsibilities.
Okay.
Yeah.
A responsibility is that bad?
Yeah, a child.
Yeah.
Is that bad?
Is that bad?
School fees.
And I see. But so but you also have to understand, like, even when you're collecting stats and any, like, that's the opinion. So at 35, let's say you're having your first kid. So basically, by the time your first kid clears high school, you're 55.
Yeah. And your body, when you get your child at 35, how will your body come back to being sexy or?
Because if you don't want to be a second wife by there at 35, you're having the first kid.
You have to look.
Hey, you're hitting the gym.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but you see, like, the difference in, like, how, let's say, like, from an different age group and even, like, now Gen Z. And that's, like, a firm thing on what they believe in. And even my previous guest, she said, like, now she's looking forward to getting, like, a kid, but now she's 30.
Yeah.
So probably for her, maybe 1-2 years, so 30, 33 there.
Yeah.
But see, she was a mom at?
Mine is a bit also on the other extreme, 18.
But 18.
Yeah.
But do you think it was like, now when you look back at it, do you think as like, hey, that's a good thing that I know I was young and maybe didn't know how to handle it, but it's an experience that's better gone through when you're young or older?
Okay, so definitely not at 18, for sure. Maybe 26. Now, I know that's different worlds apart, but again, for me, getting a child at 18 was such a good thing, an eye-opener. I succeeded just because I got a child at 18. If I didn't get a child at 18, I would be, what she's saying, I would have continued partying, I would have been enjoying my youth, and probably not done much in my youth. So when I got a kid, I had to start doing something to become great. And so I think, there's that, it's a bit of a gray area because...
Bittersweet.
Yeah.
Okay, now also, like, my question, because now, of course, I'm talking to two different women, Gen Z.
Yeah. And
slightly, should I call you like on millennial side?
Yes, I'm millennial.
Yeah, so do you think, because now you also have to put this into consideration, do you think this is just like a Kenyan thing, or also like abroad, it's also something that's different?
I think it's abroad, and I think that the ones who gave us this idea of monogamy are the same people who gave us this idea that we have to enjoy our youth, build our careers, then get children and get a husband. I think not abroad. What are they?
Where?
Western.
Yes,
our Western
countries,
culture.
Yeah.
I feel like they're the ones who gave us that idea that, you first have to work hard, you first have to enjoy, you first have to, then, like, they can't coexist. That's what they gave us, this idea. Also, monogamy is an idea from the Western world.
Yeah, because, okay, now also like a different question, because now this is also something that I think all of us can contribute to, like maybe like your mom got the first kid at how old?
26.
26?
Yes.
You?
21.
Okay, so I think, first of all, you should need to follow your mother's footsteps. Secondly, she's like, no. But have you ever thought about like how, even like at 21, she still managed, and have you ever thought about
with difficulty?
Okay, yeah. Okay. Maybe that's why, like, maybe you're not in a hurry to, from maybe like the experience. But I think even for my mom, maybe probably early 20s, if I'm not mistaken. Because now if I look back at it, I'm like, by the way, they will actually get to see because even though I'm delaying kidogo, I need to give them kids, but they can get to see my kids and probably kids of my kids.
For sure.
But I think if you start slightly late, it's kind of,
It's not advantageous, honestly.
Right?
Yeah, starting to get kids late is really hectic. Because kids are hectic, whether you get them young or old.
Yeah.
So I think you need to find a balance between either getting them quite late or early. So in between, it's easier. If you really think you want kids, it's good to think about it earlier. Because the later and everyone ends up wanting kids. Okay.
Yeah. Do you want kids? Okay. How many? 5. So by the 5th one, won't you be like 78? Huh? Oh, am I? It's like back to back. Actually, I had a guest who said she wants, because she's 25 now.
Yeah.
And she got one last year. She's pregnant with another one, but she said she wants to get 6 before she's 30.
Wow.
Yeah, she wants 6 kids before she's 30, and then she's like,
I'm done.
Yeah, she can lay to rest then and actually have, which I think, to the logic of like where you're saying like biology, mentally where you are, because I think now past 30 you're trying to focus on like so many other different things.
Yeah. And a kid needs you to be very flexible, and after that you're not that flexible in your thinking. You're very sure what you want, how you want things, and a kid is just opposite of that. They'll give you confusion, chaos. So you have to be in a space where you're open to all that.
Yeah. Will you even be a fun parent at past 30?